Find out what students at Cal State East Bay expect from President Obama's second term as President of the United States.
Tune in to find out how our pioneers are doing in the world of sports. All this and more on Pioneer Web TV, starting right now. Hello, welcome to another edition of Pioneer Web TV News. I'm Candace Charles.
And I'm Cameron Wicks. Millions of Americans tuned in this past week to watch President Barack Obama take his second oath as President of the United States of America at the 57th presidential inauguration. President Obama's inaugural speech addressed various topics concerning Americans and the United States. He spoke about immigration reform and gun laws, but directly mentioned the economy and climate change. Obama also spoke directly about gay rights when he mentioned Stonewall and declared that our journey is not complete until our gay brothers and sisters are treated like anyone else under the law. For if we are truly created equal, then surely the love we commit to one another must be equal as well. Many Cal State East Bay students supported President Obama during his election and his plan to reform the college system to become more affordable. Hear what students across campus expect from the president in his second term. Our Pioneer Web TV reporter Courtney Bridgman has more on this story.
I'm here standing at the heart at CSU East Bay, interested about what students think about Barack Obama's second term as president. So what do you expect from President Barack Obama in his second term?
Probably too much.
Probably going to do more stuff on gay rights.
He's always a compromiser, and that's really wonderful, and he negotiated a lot, but this time he doesn't have to do it. He can just put down his foot.
I would like to see him have a little bit more of a backbone with Congress and stand up a little bit more to the Republicans and not get pushed around so much.
Hopefully try to pass more stuff through Congress because it's gridlocked.
So what do you expect from Barack Obama as president in his second term?
Well, I know change does take a lot of time, and throughout the last term he had, he did a lot of changes, so I'm just expecting him to keep on doing what he's doing, and I think our nation would be a better place.
I expect him to lower the debt in the economy and help us starving college students out.
I expect him to work a lot harder because, it is his second term and there are higher expectations right now.
As long as he makes an effort to do changes, then we'll be fine.
Well, this term I expect him to focus on poverty and more home economic situations.
Probably do more about gun control because of Sandy Hook.
I'm Courtney Bridgman from Pioneer Web TV. Back to you.
Thank you, Courtney. President Obama has seemed to win over many students with making college affordable. However, Obama's still on a rocky road with Republicans maintaining a strong hold over the House of Representatives.
This past Wednesday, an MLK festival was held at the Agora stage on campus, dedicated to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. It included poetry readings from students on campus. ASI planned the upcoming Stimulate Your Mind series that are scheduled every Tuesday of February at 4 p.m. Check out the ASI calendar to see what other events are occurring for Black History Month.
Stay tuned to find out more about the event called Prosecute Bush.
In between classes, need a snack? We got you. Get a coupon to try a small bag for free at the bookstore. Curtis Jammin' Kettle Corn. One taste and you know you're hooked.
The 2013 winter quarter starts off hot but shaky in the sports department for the Cal State East Bay Pioneers. The women's swimming team blows Azusa Pacific out of the water during their first swim meet this past Friday. Starting off the season right, our women's basketball team is 2-2. With their first win, against the Cal State San Bernardino Coyotes. The men's basketball team hopes to get its first W this Friday, while the women's water polo team battled it out with Pioneer alumni this past Saturday at noon in preparation for their first match on February 1st. Show some Pioneer spirit by cheering on the women's water polo team Friday at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. against Sonoma State and Azusa Pacific. Don't forget to make it out this Friday to support our women and men's basketball team, who will be playing at 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. against Sonoma State. Check out the Pioneer Sports webpage to see what other teams will be playing this weekend, and tune in here next week to see who won and how.
Tonight, the Diversity Center is hosting an event called Prosecute Bush. It has been 10 years since the war in Iraq began, and a U.S. human rights group is claiming that George W. Bush should be prosecuted due to the mass destruction caused during the war in Iraq. George W. Bush and his senior officials are open for prosecution due to the deaths of 4,486 American soldiers in Iraq. It is said that Alameda County has the jurisdiction to prosecute Bush and his senior officials. Join the conversation with Cal State East Bay students tonight at 6 p.m. in the Diversity Center.
Homecoming starts next Monday, February 4th. The Student Life and Leadership Office are still accepting homecoming court applications. Stay tuned to find out more about how to get involved at school. More Pioneer Web TV News is on the way right after this short break.
Looking for a place to eat breakfast and lunch, or maybe just a cup of coffee? Look no further. Einstein's Brothers Bagels is here for you. Located between the CSUEB Administration Building and the North Science Building, Einstein's Brothers Bagels has everything you need. Here, you can find salads, sandwiches, specialty coffee, and of course, bagels. In addition to this variety of food, a very friendly staff is there to tend to your every need. Einstein's Brothers Bagels, a rare find on the CSUEB campus.
Welcome back. There were many events and activities held all over the Bay Area and Cal State East Bay's campus in honoring Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Reporter Arnell Pleasance has more information about MLK Day.
I'm here today at Cal State University East Bay, where the university has decided to honor the civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., by hosting several events on campus this week. The Diversity Center, which is a division of ASI, curated the MLK-era museum by gathering archival footage and other artifacts to celebrate the struggle for civil rights and Dr. King. As you can see, the Diversity Center has been transformed into an MLK-era museum. We spoke with the producers of the event to learn more. I'm here with Vanessa Anderson and Riddy Sood, co-creators of the MLK-era museum. What is the motivation behind creating the museum?
I would say it's just about educating the East Bay students and just realizing things that happened 50 years ago and 60 years ago, and just seeing the progress that we've came from. So that was pretty much where the inspiration, I would say, came from. With
it's happened a long time ago, and again, we talk about this in our history classes, and we usually don't pay attention.
We spoke with students about the legacy of Dr. King.
Well, if it wasn't for Martin Luther King, there wouldn't be a lot of first, there wouldn't be a lot of interracial marriage. Second, there wouldn't be a lot of more diversity on campus. Just diversity in general. There still would be a lot of Jim Crow legacy going on. He impacted with this speech, especially "I Have a Dream," the most famous speech of all. He impacted millions of people, whatever color, doesn't matter. He did a lot of things that, if it wasn't for him, we would still be struggling with civil rights. We'd still be struggling with a lot of other problems that we used to have.
How do you feel about East Bay's celebration of diversity and MLK?
I think East Bay does a good job, and especially it's a very unique campus. It has a lot of diversity. There's a lot of international students. There's all kinds of people. In my case, I've have friends from all different races. I don't really, to me, I like to get to know what their race is. I like to get to know their culture. I think that's what people should recognize, and I think that even like this center is very like a safe place to talk about anything that, like, any culture divisions, any things like, for example, the whole speak your mind, does racism still exist? That's coming up today. I think it's a great place to talk. It's a safe and great place to talk about stuff like that.
The campus enjoyed other activities in honor of MLK, including a luncheon, guest speaker, and the annual MLK Festival. Arnell Pleasance for Pioneer Web TV.
Thank you, Arnell. It was great to see the people and students of the Bay Area enjoy their day off while remembering Martin Luther King Jr. in such a fun and festive way.
For incoming freshmen and transfer students, life can get lonely on campus. Reporter Samantha Harrell takes to the campus to find out how to make the most of your Pioneer experience.
I'm here in front of the Student Life and Leadership Office to get information about what clubs and organizations are open to those transfer students and new freshmen here on campus.
Located upstairs in the new Union, the staff works tirelessly providing resources to help students make a connection to the university by joining clubs or organizations.
Smooth Transition is a series of workshops and free resources available to transfer students as they are new to the quarter system. And so what we have is we have different events going on each day for the first few weeks. The tours that we have for students to get involved and learn about leadership opportunities in student clubs, or we even pair up with the ACE department, which is our academic advising career education, to do a winter employment expo for them.
I was able to talk to members of various clubs and organizations to get some background on their presence here on campus.
I just began my second year and my first year as a board member.
Any advice for anyone who is interested in joining O-Team?
Take advantage of it because it's a great way to become more involved in campus, especially for us students who are commuters. Most of us just come to class, take our courses, and then we just forget about becoming involved on campus. It's definitely a great way to start off.
I'm part of Theta Lambda Psi.
And when did you come to East Bay?
I came to East Bay fall of 2010. Our philanthropy is ovarian cancer, so we donate any money that we fundraise or anything like that to our foundation, Ovarian Cancer Foundation, which is a website that helps different patients with ovarian cancer.
I'm a part of Chi Sigma.
And what year did you come to East Bay?
I came fall 2011.
So you came as a transfer student?
Yes, I did.
And what kind of philanthropy do you guys do on campus?
We do, it's called Sigma Serves Children, and we raise money for the Oakland Children's Hospital.
What organization are you a part of?
I'm a part of Delta Sigma Phi.
And when did you come to East Bay?
Fall of 2009.
And what kind of philanthropy do you do as an organization?
We do Relay for Life. We've done a couple of community service events at local elementary schools, picking up trash, painting the lines on the playgrounds, stuff like that.
If you're interested in joining any club or organization, you can go to the Student Life and Leadership Office or look for the info tables in the Student Union at the beginning of spring quarter.
Thanks, Sam. That concludes another edition of Pioneer Web TV News. I'm Candace Charles.
And I'm Cameron Wicks. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.